Well, soybeans are underway. Just got a hopper full. Just kind of checking some stuff and tweaking a couple things. But yeah, this will probably be the best field, I would guess, because of the low spot over here. The biggest reason. The hills, they're pretty bad. They're actually some green pods come in. You know, they may have 1 or 2 beans. They're like, there's a little bit of a green patch, and so I'm surprised these beans look halfway decent. They didn't look very good this summer, but these kind of hung in there for what the year was. You can kind of, the shades look so weird too. Like, they look really gray down here someplace, then they look kind of perfect on some of the sides of the, kind of halfway in between up the hill and down the low spot. And there's little green patches then. Beans went dormant. I wonder if these duck feet are helping a little bit. Don't know how much, to what extent, but I think they're helping keeping the knife a little bit cleaner, where its beans are a little shorter. Here they're, I don't know how much they actually help in, like when the crop's thick. Oh yeah, I was gonna set you forward a little bit more. 7.5 on the reel. How far forward I have it. Trying to make sure, or the knife the best it is. But through that whole low spot, it looks kind of funny because they're actually 2 different varieties. Actually, because I replant, I think I used an 07 variety, Pioneer, and I think bulk of the field though was 09 maturity variety. So the shades are a little different, but since those 09s were seeded, you know, well earlier, you know, they grew a little bit alongside, and did the replant then and planted quicker maturing ones then to hopefully keep up. It looks like they kind of timed pretty well, so I'm glad we replanted what we did, because those are going to be the best beans this year on this field here in the low spot, and then on one of my dad's fields then. Pretty nice beans along that low spot. But pretty much gonna do the east side here, the slough, because these are the most ripe beans because they didn't go dormant this year. They were pulling moisture from somewhere under the ground, so. Man, if the beans are doing this, are gonna do this, I am well pleased for the type of year it was, but sadly, not all the fields are like this though. This part of the field is my best soil that I got. This is the higher water table here, when I can actually seed through here and get a heck of a crop out of there, as long as it doesn't drown out. It's just sticky. Even the ground's a little bit sticky in some places from the recent rains. It's a little sticky. My tires get full of stuff, but I think the plants, the soybean plant stems themselves are a little tough in some places too. Not much wind today, a full sun though. But tomorrow and the next day are gonna be, and the next day, look, they're saying really windy and warm. Yeah, this was all replanted here. I think the ones, I mean, some froze off from the first time seeding, but I think some of them recovered, or I wouldn't say recovered. Some of them weren't emerged yet. Like, I can still see my rows going east and west, but I can also see rows going northwest, the direction I replanted. So, I mean, those beans look solid down there. Yeah, it's like, I can't complain about this though. Yeah, just some green pods, just like that. See, just little green pods come in. And that's why we no-till up here. This would all have been tilled. Ugh, that wouldn't have been good. I can't imagine. Yeah, you can see it looks pretty green up there where the soil's a little lighter here. It's kind of a low spot here, but I can see a lot of green patches up there. I'm sure that's off limits. I'm sure it's the same over here too. Well, now you're going close to the tree rows, there's no point. You knock some tree branches off here, and yeah, I don't know if I want to combine that. I mean, I'm not going to yield worth crud anyways there, but yeah, that's going to be a lot of green pods in there. It'll be a bit screwy in some places here. Yeah, the fuel sending unit on this thing is kind of wonky. Kind of goes all that. It's showing correct now. All of a sudden it'll dip down to like shows almost empty. It's just so random. I would say New Holland is known for having bad fuel sending units. Our TG is. Fuel sending unit hasn't worked for years. Our 7030 sometime throws a fit. Now the combine here is throwing a fit now, so. Good grief. It's like the drought didn't even exist right here.
Me again, forgot.
I go about 3 miles an hour. It's a little green up. Stems are tough. Count the number of rock trucks going by.
I just non-stop. Every few minutes, one goes by, one way or the other way. Unbelievable.
Let's just say, I haven't seen them go by a lot too. Let's just say 2 rock trucks, 1 empty, 1 loaded every 5 minutes. Do that in an hour. Do the math. That's been for the last practically 2 months.
I can.
At least harvest this year isn't a complete waste. Getting out of the slough here now, pretty much on the whole field for the most part. I'm gonna get another 3/4 hopper and then call it quits on this field. Then starting to get into some gradually more and more into some green patches, so I'm gonna have to quit over here. mean, I guess technically I could keep going, but just gonna cause problems. So now I'm gonna move to a field across the highway over here, then start on that and see what I can get done over there. I'm not sure on the east side with those light hills there. I don't know. I might have to let that go. And it's getting harder and harder to see that sun. Kind of nice. I haven't been keeping the field really straight, just kind of just following the curvature of the field here. Probably cutting a lot better too, going at a slight angle at places. Doing probably a better job too. I think those duck feet are helping, at least where it's thin. Right, I get to this hill here, that's where it kind of really green, so I'm turning around on this hill here where it's thin. Best place to turn around. I would almost just keep going here, what I've been doing, but and see it in the chaff here. I don't have as much dust behind me. Save these for another day. A little bit of scurrying around, but it's expected. Year like this year. A lot of those green pods, I think they only have like one, maybe two beans inside of them. And I look at them. Still coming in pretty good though. Not too many in there though. Doing a good job. Getting stuff finished up here for the night, but yeah, I guess there's one bad thing about having those paddles on here. Going through, of course, it's hard to see, and hit a bad roll where the soybeans were thick. Just the dirt mound. Maybe you guys can see it from here. Yeah. Bent. Every one of them except for one. 3 of them weren't bad. One of them was fine, but I think it was this one. It was really bad. We took a jack and used this thing and tried to pry them somewhat, but they're still slightly warped though. It was the worst place to have a dirt catch, a dirt mound, was right here on the cutter bar, right there, right on a paddle. I actually bent a couple of these suckers over too a little bit. That one more, yeah, I can really see that one. Forced back. See the teeth are bent, the pressure. Couldn't see anything until I saw the reel stopped. Instantly I knew like something was wrong. Shut the header off right away, and then I saw a big mound of dirt here. Then, the soybeans were like this where I was going to, thick soybeans. And yeah, it didn't take long. I hit the badger hole mound. Of course the dirt was just wet there. And yeah, it went about 10 feet, and the mound was just like this, and all huge dirt mound, just humongous pile. 10 feet down the field is all it took. So yeah, that wasn't good. These things didn't help. Plus it didn't help, it hit it right here, practically in the middle of the reel here, between the end braces here. If it would have hit it more here or more here, it probably wouldn't have been phased. But such is life. It was bad. It was like up here practically. It looked bad from the cab, put it that way. Other than that, the rest of the day went good. But kind of stupid. Thought about it this morning when I left. When I was working on a couple of sections yet, and Looked at the cutter bar, I'm like, you know what? After all these years, we haven't bent the cutter bar yet on this thing. No bends. But sure enough, I gotta bend the reel today then. Oh my gosh. What can I say? That's why I hate badgers, ladies and gentlemen. That's why I do not care for badgers. I don't care for them. Not only the holes, but the dirt mounds they make. It didn't help, you know. It didn't help where, you know, it's where the soybeans were thick. You can't see the ground. Couldn't see anything. Like I say, plus real bad time of the day when the shadows get low. The sun gets low. Shadows heading west. Just terrible. You can't see anything. Luckily, I wasn't going too terribly fast, but it didn't take much though. 10 feet, and that was it. Wet dirt from all the rain, so in the lower spot. But kind of fixed it, so looks better.